World Blood Donor Day takes place every June 14th to raise awareness for the need and importance of blood donations.
Dr. Wendy McDonald joins us now with more. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
I don't think people realize how much good one donation can even do.
One donation can save up to 3 lives. And people don't realize that, like, any one of us could need blood at any given moment, right?
Yes.
There are car accidents, there's, God forbid, cancer. There's all kinds of things that can happen that you could need blood, and it does not grow on trees.
Right.
No.
Somebody has to give it.
Right.
Okay. And so when you give blood, people are always worried, will it hurt? How long will it take? Is it good for me? Is it safe? Can I catch a disease?
And that was a very common concern for people for years, but it is extremely safe. It should only take an hour of your time from the time that you're scheduled to arrive to the time that you leave. And actually the blood donation part only takes about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And if you're afraid of needles, just don't look. Like, there's ways to get around
it. Yeah.
this.
Yes.
But it's so important. It's safe, it's easy. There are plenty of places that one can go to donate blood. It's just so important.
Because don't they separate the blood and use it in different aspects?
They do. There's whole blood, there's platelet donation, there's like power reds, there's all kinds of blood that can be used. And all this blood is tested, of course, before it's even given to a person, because that was a concern for years, right? Like, can I receive blood? Am I going to get a disease from that? It's tested and tested and tested, and plus there are screening questionnaires to make sure a person's healthy enough to even donate before they even arrive.
Okay, so what are some of the criteria for someone to be able, is there age?
Yep.
Is there conditions, health conditions, medications you
So
take?
you have to be at least 17.
Okay.
I think you have to weigh at least 110 pounds, which
Okay.
most of us are fine with that. You know, it's not a problem, not a problem. You know, you have to make sure that you don't have any chronic health conditions like cancers or certain infections. You can't be pregnant.
Okay.
And actually, one of the things that used to be a barrier, people used to think if I got tattoos recently or piercings, I can't donate. But if you get your tattoo or piercing from a government regulated place that has sterile needles, they don't reuse ink, you can still donate as soon as the next day.
Oh, wow.
Because it was never a concern about the ink itself. It was a concern about infection and that kind of thing.
Sure.
And so again, while the blood is tested, it's not something that you have to not do.
Well, it's interesting too, because you go and you donate 1 pint of blood, but somebody could be in a car crash and need like 6.
That's right. That's right. And you don't want to be the one without it, right? Like, if you need it. And even people having periods, sometimes people need blood donation.
Really?
Yes. People
Yeah.
who are pregnant and deliver babies. Hemorrhage is one of the biggest mortality risks in the United States, is blood loss after or during childbirth. And if you need blood, let's hope that somebody gave it.
Right.
So is there one type of blood that is more common or more in need? Or
So the universal donor is O negative blood, O
Okay.
negative blood, but they are not the universal recipient, but they can give blood to anyone. O positive blood is the most common blood type.
Okay.
And actually underrepresented minorities like African American people, we actually need to donate more because sometimes we have certain antigens or proteins on our blood that makes it harder for us to actually receive blood. So it's really important for populations that are underrepresented to donate so that we can receive it if we need it.
And what if you don't know what your blood type is? I mean, it shouldn't even matter, but will they tell you usually?
They'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Most people don't know their blood type.
I know my kids, but not mine.
Exactly. But when you show up, they can test your blood. You can ask them after the fact because they have to test and see. But you can find out what your blood type is.
now, playing like the devil's advocate, people worry that if I donate blood, people will find out things about my health history, or you know, I go into this database now and they got a profile on me and things like that. Can that information be used against you?
It should not be able to be used against you. It's HIPAA protected information. This is information that will let them be able to reach out to you if they need more blood from you, but not where an employer or a health screening, you know, for your life insurance, none of that should be impacted by your ability to donate blood.
And I know early on in the pandemic, people were afraid because of COVID, and then people were looking for COVID blood or people that might have had the infection. How does COVID play into this today?
Well, monoclonal antibodies are something that can be given to people when they have had or when they are presently infected with COVID in order to help them to get better quicker if they are have certain health risks that require that. But that's actually separate from blood donation because that's actually something that's being taken separately and authorized to be taken separately from somebody who has recovered from COVID, but not the same as somebody who needs blood. And some people who have COVID need blood because their blood count is low, you know, or have heart conditions, all kinds of reasons for a person to need blood. But that's a little bit separate than the use of monoclonal antibodies for COVID.
And real quickly, is there an advantage to donating blood? for the person who's donating? Like,
There's
does it help you
not-
to replenish?
There's not. I mean, there used to be like a bloodletting thing that back
Yeah,
in
I remember, yeah.
ancient times.
Yeah, well, they put
where-
leeches on you,
Yeah,
right?
leeches, right, to purge you from infection. No, there's not the benefit. The only benefit is that you're doing something life-saving for other people.
And very simple, doesn't cost you a thing.
That's right.
All right, and we understand you have a little song for us before you go.
I do. I got a little rap, you know what I mean? Here we go. From my veins to yours, I implore you to give red love more precious than Dior. It doesn't grow on trees. You find yourself in need, you want that bank funded, no NSF fees. See, without it, you can't breathe. We'll bring you to your knees, snail speed. Simple tasks cause fatigue. Red love, red blood, give it if you can. A reason, another's life could be in your hands.
Oh,
I love it. You do your
They call me Wendrick Lamar.
Dr. Whitney.
Dr. Whit. You got to follow her on social media. She has
Yes.
some amazing posts. They're really fun to watch.
Absolutely, Dr. Every Woman. Get your rap and your health
Yep.
information at the same time.
That's right.
Dr. Wendy, thank
Thank you.
you.